Welcome back, guys, to another episode of my devlog series. Actually, video 12 already. Yeah, that means 3 months basically. I mean, not 3 months, but we're getting there. Yeah, the past week I have done quite a bit of stuff actually. The goal was to, well, finish the Discord bot portion. Did I finish that? Yes-ish. It's a weird answer, but yeah. Yeah, over here all the done to-dos that I done, not this week, these are like all of them, but everything from here. Discord add player top list to stats command. That was That was a journey. I'm going to talk about all the changes to the stat system in a little while. I'm just going to jump over that for now. Yeah, you can also see like my in progress to do still fix the mess I created through my stat system changes. So I think that shows kind of where we are with that. Karma top only shows a 9 instead of 10, and more improvements like rank, which shows which rank you are. Well, I can actually demonstrate that. I'm also not using the alias for the rank command XP, so it's a little bit shorter, but whatever. XP top, and now we are seeing like a 10 here. I have absolutely no idea why TXT's helper, the bot, has 80 karma. Not too long ago, like a couple minutes ago, this was like, or an hour or so ago, this was like 40. Now it's 80 suddenly. And before that it was like somewhere at like place 2. Now it overtook me somehow. I have absolutely no idea why or how. No idea if it's like a bug or anything, or if someone just like uploaded a bunch of old posts of the dude or whatever. I have no idea. And then I can also do XP rank. So I have 17 karma and thus the rank 2 of 50 total users. So yes, you can also view your own rank, or you can view the rank of someone else like TXT's helper, for example, who is now 1 of 50 with 80 karma. However that came to be. Yeah, exactly. So that was one of the stuff. Automatically add in-game name to Discord nick if they are different. Yeah, so as you can see at the side, some people have something in parentheses, I think they're called, in brackets, I don't know. Yeah, and that's there, the in-game name. So if the Discord nickname and the in-game name, if they are different, then this will well, do its job and put this in like brackets or parentheses or however. I think parentheses are like these things. Brackets, yeah, it's brackets. I'm pretty sure it's brackets. Whatever. Yeah, for some of them, my basic algorithm doesn't really work that well. I mean, I would say this is like close enough. But others, like for example, this is totally different. This is totally different. This is totally different. This is also totally different. Yeah, that like works pretty well. So I'm doing that whenever the Minecraft in-game name isn't part of the nickname, or when a nickname isn't part of the in-game name. So if you, so for example with me, this is a pretty good example. My in-game name is the __ txt, and my Discord nickname is txt. Txt is in my in-game name, so that's okay, basically. So yeah, that's how that works. That gets triggered essentially every time someone adds this in-game name. This gets triggered for the person, or I have an admin command where I can do this manually as well. Yeah, so this with the new users didn't work, but I fixed that. Since then, no one joined, so I'm not sure if this is working or not. Yeah, and then we had like 3 things about the stats. So the first thing that I did was that you can view the stats of all people. So stats, general, the general template in this case, or collection or whatever. And if I just write all, then we will get the stats for all the players. Okay. Another thing that I did is I used my nice system, which works pretty well, and added some additional stats, which was actually pretty easy to do. Yeah, so let's take a look here. MC stats, another more top list here. Top picked up, for example, I think was one of them. Yeah, so this is like what I picked up: 10,000 wheat seeds, 19,000 cobblestones, stuff like that. Or top dropped, for example. Maybe I should also write it correctly. Yeah, so this is also works pretty well. Now you can also combine that and get that for all the players. Top drop for all players. Wow. Green dye, 13,377. Also lots of carrots, bamboo, firework rockets. It's basically just me who dropped firework rockets. Okay, interesting. Or also for top picked up, we could also view these for all people. Oh boy, I'm so happy this is working right now, because this was like the major pain. Because I had this all working at some point, and then just to fix one bug, I completely messed everything up, and I've spent no bug fixing that all for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it's fun, definitely. Yeah, so the next thing is the rank. So if you type MC stats rank and then a template, general, for example, I see in terms of deaths, I'm 6 of 36 with my 17 deaths. Yeah. Players killed, I actually placed 4 out of 36 because I killed one player. Mobs killed, I'm apparently number 1 of 36 with 2,197. Yeah, I killed a lot of cows. That's, I can actually MC stats top killed. Almost 1,000 cows. Out of 1,007. Yeah, I killed more than half the cows of the entire server, basically. Same goes for zombies, because of my like zombie XP farm. Yeah. So, as you can see, this works fairly well. The only limitation of this is that I can't do rank top killed, for example. That does not work. I could spend more time in doing that. This would be possible, obviously. But yeah, with these top lists kind of style, I don't know, just didn't make a lot of sense, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so far the stat system, like this is basically now all the functionality that we just looked at. This is, I think, a good base for the Discord server, and if you look into the future, what's planned, you'll be able to watch the stats as well through the website, and there you will be able to do a lot more granular stuff in the future. At least that's the plan. So you can also do this entire collection stuff here just custom, so you can not create your own collections, but you can view like all the statistics Minecraft offers, and that's kind of my hope and my dream and my plan, to build kind of an interface where you can just sort through all of them basically. And yeah, I think this should be possible, and that's why I don't think that we have to drill a lot deeper here now, especially because now it's kind of the never-ending story of fixing just one bug. Yeah, I just thought about it. It's just really that I fixed one bug, and then I unleashed something that is greater than me, probably. I don't know. Yeah. The problem. So where's the problem in this all? The problem is that I had one bug that I wanted to fix. One bug. And that's that I got kind of a few issues or errors in my log, because MC helpers update stats got executed for non-existing UUIDs. I mean, they existed at some point. And then thinking about why this is an issue, I'm still not sure why this is an issue. I just realized that what I'm trying to do here doesn't make sense, right? So I realized it's a little bit weird. So the thing is, I have this directory basically full of the MC stats documents. This is like from the server basically. This is where the server itself stores all its statistics. And now what I did is I searched through all of my members that I have in the database, searched through all of them, and for every one of those who had a UUID recorded, for all of these I tried to load their statistics file from the server basically. So it's like I was checking which statistics should be there, and I just read these in that should be there. And now I change it around. Now I'm reading in all of them basically. That's the, sounds simple, but that's basically the change that I did. And yeah, that just brought like a huge host of issues. And yeah, I mean, maybe you can remember this. I think when I implemented the testing, I made a video about that, or like a devlog about the testing thing that I wrote. Yeah, in the video I'm pretty sure that I said that in the future, now going forward, for every feature I will implement tests. And tests aren't something that the user notices, right? It just takes time. Yeah, so I didn't do that. Since then I haven't added a single test. So basically what that meant is that I messed something up without realizing I messed it up, right? So yesterday it was, I don't know, after 10 p.m. and I thought, hey, come on, let's just fuck it. Let's change the thing that I just said that changed, like this, that I'm now reading in all the stats. Let's just change that real quick. Shouldn't be a big issue, right? It wasn't a big issue. Like, that was rather simple change. Just threw some old code out, copied a bunch of the old code over though, and that was something dumb. Yeah, so, and I think it actually worked like right away, or at least I thought so. And now I realized that, well, it does not, or did not work right away. I didn't really understand what issue, like the root of the issue lays. I think I just had multiple issues all over the place, to be honest. Like, as I already said, like at this point I'm not really sure how this code ever managed to run and to work, but it does now, apparently. It looks like it for now. So yeah, the thing is, if I had implemented proper testing, that wouldn't have been an issue, probably, because I could have like tested for all the things that could happen. And yeah, so what I kind of want to say with that is testing is important. You should always test your code, especially after you make a huge change like that, which you just don't think is a huge change maybe, but it is a huge change. And I wasn't aware before that this is a huge change. I know that now, after I fixed all the issues that came from changing that. Yeah, so just to make it short, as I said, testing is important. I'm not even sure though that I can blame all of this on that, or like this change. I'm pretty sure though, actually. Well, today, before I realized that there was a lot of stuff that wasn't really working, I refactored. So there was a thing, I thought I was done with the Discord bot. I was pretty happy, and so I figured, okay, now I wrote a bunch of code, and through that I got better, right? When I started writing this stuff, I was not good. I'm still not good. But back then, the amount of lines of JavaScript Node.js code that I've written on my own were pretty much 0. And now they are at a couple thousand. And in that time, I learned new things. And I mainly switched also the IDE, the text editor, basically. So, the indentation style of Visual Studio, which I used before, is a little bit different. So every indentation there is essentially 4 spaces, and now in Atom it's only 2, and I like it more with just 2. So I updated that now everywhere where it was still using the old indentation style, changed some other things. For example, like the log.write function to log something to the database had a callback. So if there was an error, you could catch that and do something with the error. And like basically what that meant is that everywhere where I wanted to log something, I could have known if there was an error, but I never really used that. And so I just removed that completely, because that means that I now have to write a little bit less code every time I want to log something. Okay, so this is basically what I did last week. It's a lot of stuff actually. And I learned a good lesson now with the testing, that's kind of important. Next week is going to be like the first stuff, hopefully, that I'm going to do the first stuff for the website, the Pexteria website. As you can see, I have a lot of to-dos that have something to do with that. I have to look exactly at what I have to do. I have to do quite a bit of back-end stuff, so to support all of that, and front-end stuff to bring that all into the existing web page. So the web page itself already is kind of existent. It's just a bunch of HTML and CSS, so it's still like I have to still do quite a bit of stuff to integrate all the smart stuff, the database things and whatever. Yeah, so this is next week, or at least I'm going to start with that. That's going to be like a big process from now on. I think like it's probably going to take me about a month or so to finish that all. So that means that I have also have to do some front-end JavaScript as well now, so that's going to be pretty interesting as well. But so far that's actually everything for the day, I think. So thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next video next week. Until then, have a great time. See you all then. Bye bye.